All right, we got the Tatula disassembled, so I got kind of all my parts and pieces kind of lined up here on my little work table. So we're gonna go do a bunch of, I'm gonna go out and get this cleaned up and blown out with some compressed air. So we're gonna get this stuff cleaned up, and we'll get some of this other stuff soaking in some solvent and get some of these parts and pieces and get the rest of the bearings out, and we'll get back to doing the rest of this job. All right, we got our reel all apart here. We're gonna take a quick peek at the side plates here. Like I said, these are ceramic bearings in this reel, so we're not going to be applying any oil to these, so just know that. On this Tatula model has ceramic bearings, so depending on what you got, if you got a CT, those probably will have regular bearings that will need some oil, but these ones are the ceramic on these ones, so we're just gonna take it out like so. There's that, just that little clip there that covers it, and we'll just poke it through, and there's that one. There's that bearing, and then the one on this side, it's just clips in there, so it can be a little tricky, and being that I got a camera on me, there we go, there's that little clip holding that in. And we'll see how well it comes out. Sometimes you gotta give them a little whack like that. A lot of times they'll just pop out of there. So there's the two ceramic bearings of the reel. So we're just gonna do a quick cleaning with a little solvent on them, and just clean them out and let them dry, and then we're gonna get over to our reel handles, and we'll get into the taking those off and showing you how to do those also. All right, now we're gonna quick pop our handle out here, and we got the two screws in here, so we can access our bearings and stuff. Just to mention on these, they do have a little thread locker on them, so they can be kind of tight. So sometimes I'll turn them forward just a hair, and then I'll turn them back. A lot of times that'll make it easier to get them apart. So, but that's about it on that. So just a matter of unscrewing that. Just like so. And there's the other one. Both are knobs. And there's the handle. There's usually a little washer spacer right here on here, so don't lose those. And here's our two knobs and the screws in there. All right, and we have bearings in here, so we're gonna get them out real quick. Let's see, we got the little if you got a small pick or something, you can poke them out like that. All right, there we go. There's the two bearings for the handle knobs. So just wanted to show that to you guys. So we'll get these handle knobs. These ones aren't too bad. They're pretty clean. But all I do is just take a little dish soap and scrub them with a toothbrush and clean them out. And we'll get back to that towards the end here when we start to apply some oil and lubricant here. So we'll be back once we get to that point. All right, well, we got our handle and knobs and got our bearings and stuff here. So we'll get a little oil in them. That worked in. Alrighty. Like I said, I got everything already all cleaned up and ready to go, so matter of putting it together. Get the bearings down in there. Like so. Sorry, I got my little table full of stuff. There's that. Yeah. I kind of forgot to mention, sometimes I'll just put a dab of oil on their shaft there too, just to help it slide a little bit. Don't hurt. I already oiled the bearing, so I think we'll probably be alright, but I usually put a light coat of oil on that, on the shaft of that, so. Alright, that's tight. Stick the plugs back in there. Nothing to it really. Alright, there's our handle. Alright, well, we are back. We got our reel all cleaned up. Got all our parts and pieces. Everything's all cleaned up and scrubbed up. So we're basically to the point of getting this reel put back together. So we're going to do some lubing here. Just kind of get a little bit on the pawl on there. It's a PAWL, I think that's the name of it, I'm pretty sure. Just to let you know if you need to know or not. We're going to get a little grease in here. Probably get that kind of working in a little bit. We need to add a little bit later on. We can do that. We can clean that up later as we go. Got a little grease in there. A little something to start with. Alright. Well, get these pieces back in there. Not much to it, really. Just like so. Once it gets slid in there, I'll put just a touch of grease on the end here. There we go. Alright. Now we can screw this back on. Snug it down. Alright. So now that's on. It's working like it needs to, back and forth. Got a little fuzzy in there. Alright. There's that. We can start putting the front housing back on. Some small screws, so sorry, my screwdriver bit is a little cracked on one of the spots, but it still does the job for now. Come on, buddy. Sometimes I put a little grease on the screws if they helps them kind of stick in place when you're putting them back all together. First one went fast. Jeez, come on, man. Alright. Grab some tweezers here. Come on. Alright, why is this being so painful for me? Come on, screw. Get in there. Goodness. All right, yay! Screw is in. I don't know why that was so difficult. All right, front cover back on. Next, little oil here. A little oil on that bearing. Ready? Get that worked in there. Bearing oiled. Come on, buddy. can be a little tight, just to let you know. Alright. A lot of times this can be a frustration part if you're trying to make videos with small pieces. Can be frustrating. Trying to get this on video for you, but it can be kind of hassle. Alright, got that one started. A lot of times that's how I do it. Oops, sorry about that. Put that right back where it needs to go. Alright. A lot of times I just get that one started, so that way it kind of gets everything in place. Where it needs to be. Snug that down. Alright, there's that. Alrighty, here we have a gear. We will apply some oil. On the bearing. Get that worked in. One more drop. Alrighty. Okay. There's that. Yeah, let me, before I get into that, I'm going to put some grease on here yet. And some parts and pieces here real quick. Before I get ahead of myself, I'm trying to make this video as quick as I can, but I want it to be thorough enough so you guys can see what I'm doing. Putting a little bit of grease on stuff that moves and slides. Just getting a light coat on everything. Like so. More in there. There we go. Okay, there's that. Alrighty, we will put this back in now. Just a matter of lining up the gears there. And there you go. That just pushes right back in. Get my little pick here. Just a matter of lining up the screw holes. Getting everything started.